right, good evening, everybody. I'd like to call the November 19th, 2024 Hibbing Public Utilities Commission meeting to order. All commissioners are present with the exception of Commissioner Bayless. First item will be adds or deletes. Anybody have any adds or deletes? No. Next, we'll move to approval of the minutes of the October 8th and October 22nd and November 7th, 2024 minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Sandstead, support by Commissioner Stokes to approve the minutes. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item will be citizens forum. We don't have anything. We'll move on to item number 5, the consent agenda. Approve invoices greater $1,000 and approve the bills and ACH transfers dated October 17th through November 15th, 2024. Item 5B, approve the payroll paid and overtime report for the October 31st and November 14th, 2024 pay dates. Item 5C, approve liability coverage waiver form from the League of Minnesota Cities. I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Chair Hart, support by Commissioner Babich to approve the consent agenda items 5A, B, and C. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next will be financials and risk management. Item 5A, approve the October 2024 interim financials. Mr. Peterson?
Thank you, Chair Hart. Commissioners, as you know, with the month end, we try to get these financials out to you as part of the packet. They arrived this morning, and so that's why we kind of presented this supplement. I believe Baker Tilly's on the Zoom. If not, I'll might as well just get started. For the 10 months ended October 31st, you'll see that we have a...
He was just there.
Hi, Russ. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Peterson. Hi. I mean, you can go ahead or I can comment as well.
Okay, well, let me just kind of give the brief overview and then hand it over to you and the commissioners for additional questions. The financial report for the month of October, 10 months ending, shows a slight loss of $85,000, which compares to about $152,000 in the same period last year. The decrease versus last year is primarily due to increase in depreciation expense, which is a non-cash expense. The total change in net position stands at $1 million for the year, and that includes non-operating revenue as well, which compares to about 1.1 for the same period last year. Overall, we had in comparison with budget, we are at about $443,000 below budget for operating income, for revenue. If you remember, that number was about $500,000 last month. That gap with budgeted revenue is narrowing as we get through to the more colder months and revenue starts to pick up again. If you remember, the biggest draw on revenue has been the gas revenue, primarily due to the warmer winter last year that we're kind of digging our way out of. Overall, we are also below budget on expenses, on that's operating expense, or O&M expense, excluding depreciation compared to budget. So all in all, income for the 10 months ended versus budget is about $300,000 below, so we are continuing to improve on the situation due to the warmer winter last year. So overall, we are about where we expect to be, consistent cash flow, and looking forward to wrapping up a very successful 2024. With that, Russ, any additional questions or commissioners?
I don't have any additional comments. You covered everything very completely and covered the items I was going to, but I'd be happy to take any questions from the commission.
No, I'm done. Okay, we wish of the commission.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Stokes, support by Commissioner Sandstead to approve the interim financial statement. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item will be 6B, approved substation modernization project change orders. First item will be Amtech in the amount of $24,795.27. Mr. Peterson?
Thank you, Chair. Commissioners, while these items were included in the overall capital budget for the substation project, they were not included in the base contract that was awarded for the various construction items for this. These were additional scope, and you'll see noted in there one of the first change orders in the amount of $24,795 for Amtech, and that is for additional cable and conduit route on the substation footing.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson. I'll make a motion to approve the change order to Amtech U.S. Support.
Second.
Okay, motion by Chair Hart, support by Commissioner Babbage to approve Amtech's change order in the amount of $24,795.27. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Next item will be change order for Lakehead Constructors in the amount of $23,059.40. Mr. Peterson?
Thank you, Chair Hart. Commissioners, this is for the same reroute of the cable, and this is for the dirt work portion of it.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson.
Make a motion to approve?
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Stokes, support by Commissioner Stansted to approve the change order to Lakehead Constructors in the amount of $23,059.40. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 6C, approve Bar Engineering to perform environmental and compliance support for the 2025 planning year in the amount of $30,500. Mr. Peterson?
Thank you, Chair, Commissioners, members of the public watching at home. This item is to approve Bar Engineering for our Minnesota Pollution Control Agency permit compliance engineering support for the year. We typically contract with an outside engineering firm, and we've worked with ERM for many years. Then due to staff changes, we took it to the local company Bar, and we've had very good results with 100% compliance ratios for the years from Bar. If you'll note here, due to the setup and the improved efficiencies with reporting, this item in 2024 was $35,000. In 2025, we expect it to be less at $30,500. This item will be included in the 2025 budget.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Sandsted, support by Commissioner Stokes to approve Bar Engineering for environmental and compliance support in the amount of $30,500. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 6D, award public bid 24-21 boiler blowdown to Stack Brothers Mechanical in the amount of $557,854. Mr. Peterson?
Thank you, Chair Hart. Commissioners, ahead of you is the request to approve the award public bid 24-21 for boiler blowdown piping, and that is to Stack Brothers. And this is to reroute the piping in the basement of the power plant for blowdowns from boilers 1, 2, and 3 to a more efficient process and gain some efficiencies along the way. The design was put together by Bar Engineering with the support from the staff at the HPU Hibbing Renewable Energy Center. We received 2 bids. One was from Heckmovich Mechanical in the amount of $827,000, and the other was from Stack Brothers Mechanical in the amount of $557,000. And our recommendation is to award the bid to the low bidder, Stack Brothers, for this work.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson.
Mr. Chair? Is this was an item, previously budgeted?
Yes, it was. And Commissioner Sandsted, I'll note that it was budgeted for 2024, but we did not complete the project in 2024, so it will be deferred from the 2024 budget into the 2025 capital budget.
Very good. I'll make a motion to support.
I'll second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Commissioner Sandsted, support by Commissioner Stokes to award public bid 24-21 boiler blowdown to Stack Brothers Mechanical in the amount of $557,854. Any further discussion?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Mr. Peterson, is there something wrong with our processes or something? I mean, I can understand like $50,000 difference in a bid, but $300,000 in a bid, that's kind of scary to me. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it is a
Did
big.
someone miss something or?
I had that exact same question, and why I asked the staff that prepared the bid documents and evaluated the bids, and they did receive apples to apples bids. So it was just increased cost for the same line items. So we were very confident recommending the low bid. And we work with both contractors, and I'd say they're both excellent with regards to the work that they do. We've also noticed the specialty for the large piping projects, has, Stack Brothers has performed well, and Heckovich as well, but they have kind of different specialties, and we recommend that we go forward with the low bidder.
Yep. I just wondered if, because that's considerable amount of money, excuse me.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all's in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Next item, 6E, award 2-year service contracts to qualified low bidders as listed. Mr. Peterson.
Thank you, Chair, Commissioners. Before you, we have an annual process that we've turned into a 2-year process, and that's awarding service contracts. And based on past precedent, we've gone out for service contracts for both pipe fitting, millwright, boilermaker, vacuum services, a lot of other regular services like dig restoral, asbestos removal, et cetera, et cetera. It's a way of streamlining the process. And we have been having discussions with staff about if awarding 2-year contracts is the right way, especially for some of the more service work, that we could get rate sheets on and just award individual jobs based on approval limits to individual contractors. So overall, what I'm presenting is the results of the public bid that was gone on for the service contracts. And staff is recommending moving forward on 7 of them, and that would be for piping, fitting in the plant, in the heat crew, millwright, boilermaker, vacuum services, water treatment chemicals, and water sample testing. We are not recommending, which you'll see in the later item 6F, moving forward on a couple while we reevaluate the process. So those are the items. The first one is the ones we are recommending 2-year contracts for, and that is the pipe fitting for both the plant and the heat crew, millwright, boilermaker, vacuum services, water treatment chemicals, and water sample testing. And I just wanted to thank Paul Plumbaum, who's not here tonight, as well as Jill Zoller for managing this process. And so if there's any questions, I'd love to ask Jill to come up.
Mr. Chairman, you want to approve these out of block, or do you want to take them individually?
I think we'll do them individually.
Individually?
Yes. I'll make a motion to approve public bid 24-06 pipe fitting plant to Heckovich Mechanical. Is there support?
Support.
We have a motion by Chair Harris, support by Commissioner Babbage to approve pipe fitting in the plant to Heckovich Mechanical. All's in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next one will be 24-07 pipe fitting heat crew to Heckovich Mechanical. Wish of the commission?
Motion to support.
I'll support that. Motion by Commissioner Sandsted, support by Chair Hart to approve pipe fitting heat crew to Heckovich Mechanical. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all is in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 24-08 millwright to Heckovich Mechanical. I'll make a motion to approve it to Heckovich Mechanical. Is there support? Got a motion by Chair Hart, support by Commissioner Babbage to approve millwright to Heckovich Mechanical. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all's in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Next item will be 24-09 Boilermaker Services to Stack Brothers Mechanical. I'll make a motion to approve Stack Brothers Mechanical. Is there support?
Support.
Motion by Chair Harris, support by Commissioner Sandsted to approve Stack Brothers Mechanical. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all's in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Next item, 24-10 Vacuum Services to Premium Plant Services. Public bid 24-10. Wish of the commission?
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Stokes, support by Commissioner Sandsted to approve Premium Plant Services for Vacuum Services. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all's in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Next item, 24-14, water treatment chemical to Hawkins.
Motion to approve. Support.
Motion by Commissioner Stokes, support by Commissioner Babbage to approve water treatment chemicals to Hawkins. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion opposed? Motion carried. Item 24-18, water sample testing to NTS and environmental.
Motion to approve.
Support. We got motion by Commissioner Sandsted, support by Commissioner Babbage to approve water sample testing to NTS environmental. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Next item, be 6F, award, I'm sorry. 6F, reject all bids and reevaluate bidding process for the following items. Mr. Peterson.
Thank you, Chair Hart. Commissioners, thank you for awarding the bids that you just did on the first one. We would, based on the results of the bidding process and a variety of things, like whether we could do something in-house or just look at a job-by-job basis on a bid sheet, staff is requesting to reject all bids and then reevaluate the process of which ones would get rebid or which ones would just be kind of a rate sheet, approved rate sheet, low cost, individual job award rather than awarding a 2-year service contract. So the staff is recommending the high temp installation, the electrical low voltage, and the gravel snow plowing, HVAC, asbestos removal, dig restoral, and truck backhoe work be rejected from the bid process and then dealt with on a case-by-case basis for either rebidding or individual quotes for jobs involved.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson. I was looking through the results of the bidding process, and high temp insulation, no bid. Electrical low voltage, no bid. Gravel, one bidder. HVAC, no bid. Dig restoral, one bidder. Snow plowing, there was 2 bids, and truck and backhoe, there was 2 bids. Is that correct, Mr. Peterson?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you. I would make a motion to reject all bids where there was no bid or only one bidder, and take up the other 2 individually. Is there support?
So 4 and 8.
We would reject 2411, we would reject 2412, we would reject 2413, we would reject 2416, we would reject 2417, and we would reject 2419.
I'll support.
Thanks. Motion by Chair Hart, support by Commissioner Stokes to reject the public bids as we have identified. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. So what we got left is 2415 snow plowing. I'd like to address that first. We did receive 2 bids for that.
That's
The
correct.
prices were close. One bidder did not provide a bid bond, so his bid was rejected. I don't think it doesn't seem right to me to reject and rebid this. Prices were close. I don't think we should cater to somebody who didn't provide a bid bond when they did the job. That's my opinion. But I'm going to make a motion to approve the snow plowing to the lowest qualified bidder.
I'll second.
Motion by Chair Hart, support by Commissioner Stokes to approve snow plowing to the lowest qualified bidder. Any further discussion?
Who was the lowest qualified bidder?
Bacallus Construction. Yeah. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And it's the same situation on the truck and backhoe services. There was 2 bidders. The prices were close. one bid was rejected because it didn't have a bid bond. And yes, Begals was the lowest qualified bidder on that one too. So I would make a motion to award truck and backhoe to Begals Construction.
I'll second.
Okay, we've got a motion by Chair Hart, support by Commissioner Stokes to award truck and backhoe services to Begals Construction, the lowest qualified bidder. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item, policy and governance. Declare vacancy, approve job description, authorize internal posting for meter technician crew leader. Mr. Peterson?
Thank you, Chair Hart. Commissioners, ahead of you is the request to declare a vacancy for the meter tech crew leader. And so we recently had a retirement in this department, and we've been upgrading the lead on that crew to the foreman position. This makes the position a permanent position that we would post for that opening. So with that, there is a just slight modernization of the job description that you'll see redlined in the attached to bring in compliance with the other standard updates we're making to job descriptions when we bring them forward. Nothing substantial in that job description upgrade. So with that, we recommend the commission declare vacancies, and we would post accordingly.
Make a motion to approve.
Support. Motion by Commissioner Stokes, support by Commissioner Babich to declare vacancy, approve job description, authorize internal posting for meter technician crew leader. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Any old business that needs to come before the commission? Okay. Any new business that needs to come before the commission?
Motion to adjourn.
Support?
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Stokes, support by Commissioner Sandstead to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, everybody.